This is not a comeback, this is a victory lap. If you clicked on this video, chances are you are a fan of New Balance. And if I were to ask you right now, what is your favorite New Balance model of all time? For a lot of us, it's like choosing your favorite child. It's not easy, there's just too many good ones. However, there are some models that are just special, and one of them is the New Balance 992. And in 2025, New Balance is bringing these back in a big way. In this video, I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know about the New Balance 992. So the pair that I have in my hand is the latest colorway. This is the Moonrock Mushroom. The item code is U992MM. They did sell out instantly, but currently in North America, there is another colorway available at the time of me making this video, which is the white reflection and silver metallic. I will leave a link to that in the description. The retail price on the 992 is $199, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is lower than what it used to be a few years ago. And in Europe, these retail for 230 euros, which is actually cheaper than some other New Balance models like the 990 V6, which goes for $250. I believe the gray 992s, the OG colorway, those did release already in North America early on in March. And of course, those sold out. But those of you in Europe who are waiting for that pair, it seems like we should be getting a release in the later part of April, possibly April 26th. The other colors that are rumored to release include your standard navy pair and also a black one. It's pretty early in the year, but it's already been an incredible year for the New Balance 992. We've already had two collabs on this shoe, which are contenders for some of the best sneakers to drop so far this year, including one from Joe Fresh Goods, that aged well pair with those really nice coral pink tones. And also Kith recently worked on the 992 when they opened up their Osaka store, a pair that I really wanted, but those are quite limited and difficult to get. Additionally, there seems to be a rumor that we might even get an Action Bronson colorway on the 992s. We haven't seen any pictures yet, but the colorway is supposed to be Cosmic Rose and Magenta, and those should be slated to release in September. Now, I think this is the first time since 2021 that New Balance has once again widely released the 992s after pretty much putting it in the vault for the last 4 years. And it's one of the all-time great New Balance shoes with that signature dad shoe aesthetic made with beautiful suede and mesh. You might also recognize this as the sneaker of choice for the late Steve Jobs. He always had a pair of gray 992s on feet with those vintage Levi's jeans and the black turtleneck. The release of this colorway, the Moonrock Mushroom, this is part of Made in USA, and you can definitely look at this colorway and it feels like a Made in USA colorway with those really nice tones of light brown, gray, and cream on the shoe. We saw something similar, I think, last year on the 990 V6. There was a Castle Rock Moonrock colorway. But getting into these, so the suede panels on the shoe are done in a light gray color, which I have to admit in hand looks a lot lighter than it did in pictures. The shoes seem to have much more of a warmer tone when I saw pictures of it, but in person this is quite a light gray. The suede, however, does feel very soft, no complaints there. You also have these nubuck panels, which are done in this darker brown color on the toe area and along the back of the shoe as well. The middle of the shoe is done in leather, and it's done in this light gray finish as well. The New Balance logo, which is 3M reflective, it is surrounded by a white leather outline. The mesh panels on the shoe are done in like a creamish color, which I think complements the rest of the shoe quite well. There is quite a lot of mesh on the shoe, so it is quite breathable. The tongue of the sneaker features some very soft suede, and it's done in like a light tan brown color. And you have the 992 branding on the tongue as well. The back of the shoe features that USA branding, and also some more 992 branding done on a 3M panel near the heel. The midsole on the shoe, I feel like the 992s have a very distinguishable midsole. It's quite thick, and it does feature a TPU panel on the heel for some added stability. The standard laces that you get with this pair are done in white, and I was very surprised to see the extra pair of laces that came with the shoe. I almost felt like it was thrown in there by mistake, because I'm like, why does this shoe come with blue laces? And even after throwing the laces on the shoe, I'm still a bit confused why they gave these laces, because to me they don't go with the shoe at all. Did these laces come as a mistake on my pair? Was I supposed to get some other laces? Let me know in the comments. As far as the overall look of the 992 model, this is my opinion, but I feel like the 992 is better looking than its predecessor, the 991, and also the shoe that followed this, which was the 993s. Even though the 993s to me are a more comfortable shoe, I think if you're just talking about looks, I feel like the 992 is the best out of the three. You got all these layers of suede stacked on this rather beefy, bulky looking sole unit. And of course, this is also up for debate. I do think the 992s have the best looking sole, the best looking midsole of the three. To my knowledge, this model was also very popular in Japan, and this was definitely reflected in that W Taps collab, which I know for a lot of people out there is an absolute grail, a New Balance sneaker. Now, sizing wise, I did get these in my true size, and for me, they don't fit very well. If I'm being honest, I would have rather gone down a half size. I'm sure if I were to tie the laces really tight, they would be fine, but definitely going true to size, I do have a bit of heel slippage, and the shoes just fit a bit too roomy for my liking. I feel like my feet are kind of sliding around in there. So for me, I would definitely go down half a size, whether you have wide feet or not. And to give you some frame of reference, so I do also go a half size down in some other New Balance models, not all of them. I go a half size down in the 998, the 996, but I actually go with my true size in the 991 V2 and also all the 990s, like the V3s, V4s, V5s, and V6s. And I go with my true size as well in the New Balance 2002 and also the 1906. So this is actually one of the few New Balance models that I go down half a size in. But I would suggest you guys to do try on a pair and see for yourself, because I really feel like when it comes to New Balance shoes, it seems to fit everyone different. On this Mushroom Moonrock colorway, I have to say in hand, they're not as nice looking as I expected in pictures, mainly because of how light the shoe is. I would have much preferred a much darker looking gray color on this, but it is overall a super nice colorway. I love the brown tones on here, and I still think it is probably the best colorway we've seen this year so far on this model. I definitely am overall quite happy to see the 992 come back, and I'm excited to see what other colorways we will be getting this year and what other collabs. Were you guys waiting on these to drop? Are you going to be finally copying a pair? Let me know in the comments. And as always, make sure you are subscribed to this channel, because I am dropping content just like this every single week. And definitely give me a follow on Instagram, dropping content on there daily, best place to contact me. And if you're looking for a chilled out, laid back, easy to listen to sneaker podcast, check out my podcast, The Kickback Pod. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, watching this video, and supporting my channel. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. My overall thoughts.